so clutch.
Welcome back. Get up. Today's wake-up call. Wemby once again showing off his skills in last night's Spurs win, heard on the Spurs broadcast.
Shot clock at 4. Wembanyama through the double team. Oh! He dunked on the entire city of Chicago.
That was ridiculous. That was an emphatic 41 there.
Sears Tower, baby.
I love that. Say magnifique. Wemby dropped 40, third time this season, seventh time in his career. He passed Manu Ginobili for the fifth most 40-point games in Spurs history. Okay, Monica McNutt, Wendy, a little time for believe it or not.
I'm
Wendy,
negative on this.
We'll start with you. Believe it or not, Wemby will lead the Spurs to the finals this year.
I'm saying not, okay? But I don't like it. I don't like that I'm saying not, but I'm saying not, okay? Don't make me explain it anymore.
You know what, Wendy? I'm with you. Originally, I had not to, but even in the 2 hours that we've been talking about this show and looking at the standings, I think if it holds, I think the Lakers will beat the Spurs. I think, but I'm not sure, but I don't believe that. I don't know.
Okay, how about this? Monica, do you believe it or not? The Sixers will pull off a first-round upset now that they've got everybody healthy.
No, this one is a not, and I'm not wavering on this one because I think health is wealth in this. And yes, everybody is healthy now, but the health that we've seen from this group has not been sustained over the intense cadence of a playoff series. I just don't trust it.
Okay, Wendy, how about this? Cavs will overtake the Knicks in the standings, believe it or not.
Okay, the BPI says that they will because the Cavs have the easiest schedule and the Knicks' schedule is much harder, but maybe they won't. So I say that it may not favor them to be the 3 seed. I think they might be better off matched up with Detroit's side of the bracket than the Celtics, who, frankly, they had trouble with this year even before Jason Tatum came back.
All right.
That's fair.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Let's stay here in the East, and let's talk about the Wizards. They, of course, took on the Lakers. This was all basically LeBron James.
You set that up so bad.
All LeBron
Let's talk
James.
about the Wizards.
I know, but it's still the East. If we talk about LeBron James, and look, the man is 40 and doing this, and he had multiple dunks. And I'm not just talking about one, but look at this.
Man, him and Father Time, they sparring.
Look at this.
Clearly.
No Luka. Remember, he's out because he had that 16 technical foul, so he had to sit this game out. But, I mean, LeBron James, then to Jackson Hayes, he attacks the rim. Lakers went on an 11-0 run. They were up 21 at the half, and then in the fourth, look, I mean, LeBron James had a triple-double. He had 21 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. And look, watch this. And I know this is the Wizards. He just walked it up. You're not going to play defense? Oh, you know what? I'll just shoot this 3 in the eye.
That's fine. You can get some.
Lakers win it 120 to 101. LeBron recorded his third triple-double this season, fifth since turning 40. The only other player in NBA history with a triple-double at age 40 or older, Karl Malone, the mailman. He also did it for the Lakers. Remember that year? Played with Gary Payton, Karl Malone, those guys, with the Lakers and Kobe. That was back in 2003. Give me your biggest takeaway from what you saw out of LeBron James last night.
How'd you set up this highlight, BC?
Well, I talked about the Wizards.
Not that part, but who was out?
Well, Luka was out.
There's it for me. That's it right there. I think LeBron James stepped into a role that was vacated, but we know when you look at this team and where they are right now, it is actually Luka's team.
And accepting that role, you think?
Exactly. And to LeBron James's credit, I think being the third guy in the pecking order and wearing multiple hats in terms of what his team needs, besides him being a dominant scorer, has been its most effective formula for the Lakers to be in a position to potentially clinch that 3 seed. But this was about no Luka, okay, bet.
Okay.
We're going to turn back the hands of time.
Okay, so if it was about Luka being out and LeBron accepting that role last night, Wendy, why do you believe we'll learn so much more about these Lakers here in the next week?
Yeah, Brian, the Lakers have answered a lot of questions over the last month. They've put themselves in absolutely great position to get that 3 seed. Now let's see how they stack up against the best, because they have the Cavs tonight on the second night of a back-to-back. I'm not sure who's all going to play in that game. I'm not going to put too much attention on the second night of a back-to-back. But let's look at Thursday. Let's look at next Tuesday. These are 2 games against the Thunder. No back-to-backs. The Thunder are highly incentivized to win these games. They're in a fight to get that 1 seed. Let's see how the Lakers go against a team that's lost twice in 2 months, okay? And look, I'm not saying they got to win the games. I just want to see how they match up. The Lakers' defense has been so improved in the second half of the season, but does Thunder stress you to the max? Give me another question after next Tuesday's game, then we'll know a lot more about where the Lakers are.
Well, ESPN Analytics gives the Lakers basically an 83% chance to win the 3 seed out west. How imperative is that if they do it?
Well, they got the 3 seed last year, and they got knocked off in the first round because ultimately the seed matters less than the health and your form. But, you know, getting home court in the first round I think is going to be important for the Lakers. When they started this foray, when we sat here 3 weeks ago and looked at their schedule and said maybe they can get the 3 seed, I was thinking San Antonio might be the easier pathway. And I was thinking San Antonio is going to be number 2. I don't know if that's true anymore. I think to beat San Antonio or Oklahoma City, you're going to have to be at the peak of your game, and they're going to have to be off their game. And the Lakers' position, they may have to beat both of them. But obviously, the first thing is health and rhythm, and right now they've got that.
Okay, if that's the case, what would you think about a hypothetical San Antonio Lakers second-round matchup?
Listen, and this literally, I said this to you guys a few minutes ago, this question is putting me in the mixer because I will acknowledge that I am one who is hesitant around the Spurs and their experience. But do the Lakers have too much experience? Like they're older as a collective? Like that matchup just on paper right now, I would favor San Antonio if those two ran into each other, which arguably is putting San Antonio toward the conference finals. So maybe this is the year for San Antonio more than I thought. I love and I admire and I appreciate the body of work that LeBron James has given us. But in recent history, probably the last 3 seasons, these runs to get to this point have required so much of him. And perhaps in this hierarchy of this team, it won't require as much. But by April, postseason, first round, you can see the lack of gas at that point. So Luka obviously has carried teams to the finals. I don't know that this team is as well constructed as the teams that he had in Dallas. But they have really rigged and worked it out in terms of how to improve defensively, and I respect that.
Okay, I want to stay out west here because Anthony Edwards made his return yesterday after basically a 6-game absence. He did it, though, in an unusual spot. He came off the bench. Edwards was slated to start. He arrived late to the court, checked in like after 2 minutes into the game, scored 17 points in the win. I want you to listen to head coach Chris Finch and Ant-Man on what went down at the beginning of the game.
What happened at the start of the game was
I mean, nature calls, so, yeah.
That's it.
Mike had my back up.
What happened to you for the first minute of the game?
I was taking
Grow up, BC. Why are you laughing so hard?
He's basically saying I had the bubble guts.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Have you ever had that in the game? You missed it.
Not in the game, but
Yeah.
things happen.
He's not going to tell you about it.
Right, geez. All of my business. I'm a lady.
Let me ask you, can the Wolves challenge, you think? Because they kept this team together.
Man, I love this team.
They kept them together for this reason, like, okay, we're not going to bust them up after last year to see if they can make a run. We've talked a lot about San Antonio, Lakers, everybody, OKC.
I need my figurative glasses.
What about the Wolves?
I think they have the ability to cause problems on both sides of the floor. I'm a big Jaden McDaniels fan. I know he's dealing with some health stuff. I'm a big Anthony Edwards fan. They have size. They've got experience that I don't think they get credit for. That 4-5, that's, whoo. I think you got to watch out for those guys. Mm-hmm. I really do. Now, what we saw last year, though, it was imperative that they got big-time momentum going into the postseason. That momentum has had its starts and stops here as of late, but there's 7 games to go. Like, what can happen?
What do you think, Wendy?
They're the only team in the league that's beaten both the Spurs and the Thunder twice this year. So they're going to have confidence there. While they haven't played great all season, they are top 7 in defense the last 10 games. That is trending in the right direction for them. But Monica mentioned something that could be a huge factor here. Yesterday, they ruled Jalen McDaniels basically out for the rest of the season, regular season, with this knee, bone bruise in his knee. He is a vital perimeter defender for them. So he's week to week. There's only 2 weeks left in the regular season. You would need him to be pretty close to strong, to full strength, I think. So That's a big factor when you look at the Wolves' chances.
Okay, I want you guys to take a look at our ESPN NBA doubleheader. Comes your way on Wednesday.